everyone. So we are at Tuesday, May 19th. It's a good day because it's actually my birthday today. So if you want to send me a shout out birthday message, you sure can. Since I know you all were supposed to give me presents and you don't get to see me. So, anyways, we are going to finish up the last new thing that we are going to learn for the year. Which yesterday we talked about just how to graph an equation. Today we're going to look at solving a system of equations by graphing. And I saved this one for last because I think it's the easiest. We've already done substitution, we've done elimination, and now we're going to do graphing. And I truly think that graphing is the easiest of the three, so I thought I would save it for last. So here we go. First of all, we might end up with equations that have already been solved for y, which makes our job really easy. If these are already in slope-intercept form like we want them, then we know that this is the slope and this is the y-intercept. Okay, so now the thing that I caution you is be careful with negative signs. So the y-intercept here is actually negative. Okay, so we'd go down to -4 and we graph that point. And then the slope is 1/3, which means go rise 1 over 3. Okay. We could go the other direction, down 1 and over 3 also. And then we're going to grab a line here and connect those dots. When you do this on Kami, you should be able to use the line tool to make really nice straight lines, and that'll make it easier to read. So I draw a line through those points. Okay, now on the next one, again, here's our y-intercept, +3, and here's our slope. If the slope says -2, okay, what we need to be aware of is that when the slope is just a whole number, we could write that as -2 over 1. Okay, so now I can go ahead and graph that. -2 means go down 2, right 1. So down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. And we're going to draw that line in. Okay, and by doing all of that, we get our answer. Right here, where the two lines cross, that's going to be the answer. That is the solution that will work for both equations. So our answer is 3, -3. And we don't have to do anything more. We are done. Okay, so it's really nice if the equations are already solved for y. Now, if they're not solved for y, like this next one, these are not solved for y, now we just have a little bit of work to do to get them solved for y first. So let's start with the top equation and solve that for y. X plus y equals -2. And to solve that for y, we have to subtract x from each side. So we have y equals negative, there's a 1 in front of there, -1x minus 2. Okay, so here's our y-intercept. The y-intercept is -2. And -1 is your slope. So then we're going to go graph that. The y-intercept being -2, so I'm going to put a dot there. My slope is -1, or we could go -1 over 1, right? We could write it as a fraction, so we have our rise over run. So we'd have to go down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Or the other direction, up 1, left 1. And we have all these points. I'm going to grab a line and I'm going to connect the dots. So there's our first equation. Now let's go to the second equation. On the second one, we need to solve for y first. I'm going to pick a different color here. So let's take this equation. And it is x minus 2y equals negative 8. I need to subtract x from both sides. So we have negative 2y equals negative x minus 8. Remember, there's a 1 in front of that x, even though we don't see it. And then the last step would be to divide by negative 2. And remember, you have to divide every term by negative 2. So we have y equals negative 1 over negative 2, which a negative over a negative is positive, so we'd have 1/2 x. And then negative 8 divided by negative 2 is positive 4, so we'd have plus 4. Okay, then we go ahead and then we can figure out our y-intercept and our slope. The y-intercept is 4, so I'm going to go to my graph and I'm going to put a dot on 4. And my slope right here is negative, or is 1/2. So up 1 over 2, or down 1, left 2. Down 1, left 2. Okay, go ahead and draw a line through that. And where the two lines intersect, where they cross each other at this point right here, is your solution. So the answer is the point negative 4, positive 2. So there's your answer, and you are done. Okay, so you have just a couple quick problems like that on your homework. It's on Kami again, so you can go ahead and use Kami to do that. It should go pretty quickly, and get your answer by showing the graph. And then you're done. If you have questions, please reach out to me. This is the last new thing. Tomorrow you have a day that is, remember, a catch-up day. So if you're missing anything, get those things done. Check your grades and double check that you're not missing anything. And then Thursday is going to be a review day, and then we'll have a quick little quiz on Friday. And then you're done. So that's the plan. Have a great day. Bye.